Okay, let's start first. All right. Kieran, I saw that you've done your work. Good, good. Okay, this one. All right, a food chain is shown below. So you have the phytoplankton, water snail, frog, and then snakehead. So if the phytoplankton receive 4 kilojoule of energy from the sun, how much energy is actually stored as food in the snakehead? Anyone? You still remember the loss of energy, right? Okay, the life processes, they use up the energy, okay, maybe even death, or not every part of the organism is being eaten. So how much energy is being passed on? Still remember how many percent? You can type in the chat. I know at Sec 2 level, very difficult to get people to speak. Yes, 10%. 10% will be passed on, isn't it? So we have 10%. That means when we start off with 4 kilojoules. Okay, let me just write down. So if this is 4 kilojoule, this also means 4,000 joules, right? Effectively, it is this. Sherman is here. Sherman. What happened to your name, Sherman? Okay. So 10% of 4,000 joules will be passed on to the snail, right? And that will be 400. Okay, and then to the next level, it's 10% again, right? So this will be 40, right? And then from the frog to the snakehead, you have another 10% being passed on. That will be 4. You agree? But answer is not 4. Okay, answer is not 4. Answer is 0.4. Do you know why? Is there an error or what? Does anyone know? Answer is actually 0.4. Starbucks question. Yes, Jocelyn, because it's stored as food. That means the amount of energy that will be given to the next level, because it will use up 90%, right? So if something else, if this is the X that is going to eat the snakehead, how much energy is passed on? Only 0.4, right? So this 0.4 is the one, okay, that is the food for X. They are asking you how much energy will be available as food for the next level. Understand this question now? Very tricky, right? Many people will just put down 4, I tell you. At first, when I look at it, I read so fast, right? My answer, okay, was actually B. I made the error because I read too fast. Then I realized, this is not right. So when I read it again, how much energy is stored as food? Then I told myself, goodness, I was tricked. Okay, so 90% will be lost because I wouldn't say lost, it's being used up in different ways. Life processes, okay, move around, all right, and then carry out our daily activities. Breathing also, okay, will take energy. Even sleeping, we are also using up energy, okay? But sleeping, of course, the least amount because you are just at a resting mode. Okay, so 90% will be used for other processes. Only 10% is being passed on, stored as food, Jocelyn. Thank you. So this is the explanation. Question 2, which of the following does not break down matter into simpler substances? Were you all surprised at this question? How many of you were surprised? It's like, isn't it everything also decomposer, right? Not You realize that? But decomposers, there are two types. One is actually really break the substance down into simpler substances. Okay. The other one is it consume the dead living things, dead beings, not living things anymore. Okay, not living but dead. So whatever is dead, right? The organisms that are dead, if it's being consumed, at the same time, it's also like being decomposed, right? But it's not just the act of breaking it into simpler substance. Okay, that decomposer actually eat the substance, and that is the worms. Okay, that's the worms. All right. That's why you were shocked. I said, hey, Miss Tay said that they are all decomposers. Why is it that this question you can't find an answer to it? All right. So they are all decomposers, but actually earthworms will consume the dead substance. Okay. Very interesting. So I like how they actually even ask such questions. I mean, you don't usually have this question asked, but in good schools, they do. So you're learning something extra compared to the rest. Next one, which of the following is not an example of environmental harm caused by modern vehicles? Okay, caused by modern vehicles, like our cars, our motorbike, okay, etc. So which of the following is not? Of course, answer is deforestation. Okay. Modern vehicles, why oil spill is considered? Because of ship. Boat. They never say what kind of vehicle, right? Yeah, correct. And then air pollution in the city, we have all the cars, motorbikes. Okay, increased level of carbon dioxide. It is actually all kinds of vehicles when there is incomplete combustion. Okay, incomplete combustion in the vehicle. It doesn't matter which kind. Engines. Okay, so incomplete combustion. All right, so the fuel doesn't burn well. Okay, not enough oxygen to burn. So instead of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide is produced. Carbon monoxide is extremely dangerous. It is colorless. It is odorless. You don't even know when you're breathing it in. Okay, but it leads to death. Right? I have in the past an ex-student who actually died in the car. Okay, she was actually taking a nap, turning on the aircon. Okay, parked at the car park. I think don't know which level. So when she was found, she died. Why? Because when you turn on the aircon, right? Okay, the aircon, I think there was a leak or something. When the car is not moving, the fuel doesn't burn well completely. Correct? And then that led to some carbon monoxide leaking into the aircon system, and she was breathing it in and she died. Quite sad. When I heard she passed on, I was shocked. I was sad. Okay, she is someone who actually tries hard in life. Okay, she's not a high achiever, but she tries hard. She needed a lot of support. So I think at that point of time, she was maybe doing a few jobs. Yeah, so she was just taking a quick nap. I think it wasn't even her car. I don't know whether she borrowed from someone because she was trying to earn a lot of money to feed the family, okay, help out her parents, etc. Okay, so quite a sad case. Yeah, but I remember very clearly why she passed on. Very sad, right? Javier says more carbon monoxide than oxygen. You know that when you are not exactly driving, okay, if let's say, I'm not talking about stopping at the traffic light, that's a short time, okay? But if you are just like parking somewhere, I always tell people, turn off the engine, Okay, don't even bother turning on the aircon. Then just be hot lah, rather than, risk, taking in carbon monoxide, isn't it? Yeah, so don't put yourself in this kind of risk. Take care of yourself, okay, because carbon monoxide is a form of poisoning. Okay, and then it causes brain damage. It causes your brain to not receive oxygen, like what Javier said, there's no oxygen. Okay, there's a lot of carbon monoxide. Then people just die unknowingly. You start feeling very tired, very sleepy. It's not painful. You just feel tired, sleepy, and then that's it, gone. Yeah. Okay, so this is my sharing. Question 4 now. Okay, question 4. Which of the following is not a characteristic of modern sustainable city? All right, sustainable is a good word here. Okay, sustainable is a good word here. Okay, and the modern world. So which of these things do we not do? Which one is not done by modern people, but done by people maybe like cavemen? Okay, they are living in those world where they don't have this kind of technology. So what is the answer? Harini, did you do the worksheet? You did, okay. I didn't check. I didn't check actually. Oh, okay, you did it this morning. I was having class with Set 1 at that time, Yeah, so I ended because I needed to talk to the new students. So we ended very late. We ended at about 10:48, 49. Then I started the session here. So I didn't have time to really look at the answer. Okay. Yeah, you got 5 correct for the MCQ. Good for you. So Javier, you answered here. Okay, you put down B. Yes, we don't get light by burning the wood. I say caveman already, right? Cavemen will do that. Yeah, because they don't have light bulbs. They don't have electricity. So this is what they do. Okay, so the rest we are familiar. But to get light by burning wood is not something that we will do every day. Okay. This is quite a simple worksheet. I suspect we're going to finish very early today. Let me try to look for something extra for you. Animals, okay, can have parasites attached to them. So these are the ones. Plants also, okay. Other plants can be forms of parasites as well. So there are statements here. Parasites live on or in the body of their host. The parasites do not do any damage to their host. And then parasites get their nutrition from the tissues of their host. How many statements here are true? How many statements here are true? Actually, only 2 of them, right? Which is the one that is not correct? It's an untrue statement. Is it the first, second, or the third one? Okay, take a look there. Which one is not true? Yeah, correct, Javier. Jocelyn. What about you, Harini? It's good for you to actually input in the chat so I can see. Gerald, how about you? And then there's Sherman. Sherman, are you here, Sherman? Okay, you're here, good. And then Yijie, are you here? Yijie? Okay. All right, so can. Yeah, that's false, Harini? Yeah, correct. So for this particular one, whenever we use this word parasite, okay, parasite would definitely bring harm. Okay, would definitely bring some harm. Okay, so there is some form of damage. So the word here, do not, we don't agree. Okay, so answer is C. Okay, only the first and the last statement. Question 6. Following are 3 examples of okay, so we carry out preservation of potable water, maintain animal and human food chain, making efficient use of non-renewable resources. Quite obvious.